What's a company secret you can share now that you don't work there? I worked for a major hotel chain in housekeeping for over 10 years. The number of suicides and people who die naturally in their rooms is a lot higher than you'd think. I worked at a huge convention hotel with over 1,000 rooms, and it happened quite often. Unless it was a pretty gnarly mess, it would just get cleaned like normal and the next guest had no idea. At one of the hotels I worked at, a woman killed herself by drinking antifreeze. Her body was blue, blood, vomit, and poop everywhere. My friend who was maintenance saw it and couldn't sleep that night. Working at hotels will change you. The two things at the back of my mind, whenever I go to a hotel, are I wonder how many people have died in this room, and I wonder how many cum stains the mattress has, and TBH, I don't want the answer to either question. I worked front desk for years, and if a customer was rude to me on check-in, I would make certain to put them in a room I knew someone had died in. Casinos too. People would leave their children in the car to gamble on hot days. No need to say more. People would kill themselves in the parking lot, commit murder-suicide in their rooms after losing, and one time a maintenance worker left the door propped open to the stairwell that led to the roof and a guy jumped off. He landed on the wedding chapel. It's a food court now. All new clothing and everything you try on is dirty. I've worked in retail for years and it still shocks people, but there's no washing machine or disinfectant spray or wipes. Nothing. I've opened boxes of new clothes that had white bugs coming out of it. Seen woman after a workout class come and try clothes on, then just leaves still sweaty from the class. One older lady left dime-sized skin flakes in the clothes she tried on. Not to mention whatever happens when they return the item or what happened in the factory. People are gross, nothing is clean, always wash your clothes when you get them home. As a man, do women try out lingerie before buying it? Like if I buy underwear, I typically just buy it without trying it, but I realize this might be different when you are buying luxury, sexy time underwear. If it is not packaged, then women will try it on. Even if they're told they cannot try it on, they will try to. When I worked retail, women would even be on their periods trying on stuff without pads, tampons, or without underwear. There are too many dentists out there that are scammers and try to convince people they need procedures or appliances that they don't need. Be wary of anyone who tells you that you are a unique case and they are the only ones that can help you. Be wary of anyone who promises all your other health, sleep, fitness, etc. problems will be solved by a dental procedure. And always get a second opinion if the costs are adding up. I interviewed recently for a management position at a dentist's office, and I was told part of my duties would be to listen to the dentists and provide feedback on how they present a sense of urgency to clients to make them sign up for higher paying services on the spot. I declined the position. Post office throws everyone's package. You see a carrier on the street, do it, carrier gets reported. What you don't know is all the way from its first entry onto a truck, it's thrown all the way until it gets to the carrier. The carriers are typically the only ones who don't throw them. I worked in a bakery for a time, and similarly people get mad when the salesperson doesn't use gloves when giving bread. While inside the bakery nobody uses gloves because it's stupid and inefficient. The whole thing isn't about hygiene at all, it's just a show. The baker isn't switching between touching my bread and touching money, cards, register, the salespeople are. Lawyers generally do not fight other lawyers. They call one another up, speak as friends, and negotiate an equitable settlement. I'm a criminal defense attorney and a lot of my best friends are prosecutors. We literally are in trial, throwing insults at each other, and then when it's done and we are the last ones in the courtroom, turn to each other and go, "Don't you owe me a drink?" And off we go to the closest bar. Or I'll tell the DA to not make their best offer the first time because I know my client will throw a fit if I tell them this is it and accuse me of not fighting for them and blah blah. The reality is I'm one of the best lawyers in town. Have won trials all the way from murder and child abuse to DWI. I know when someone needs to take an offer and call it a day, and I know a good offer is based on the facts. Going back and forth with an equally experienced and fair prosecutor is a waste of my client's time, honestly. So we play the whole show for everyone knowing damn well they need to take a deal and what deal it is. And because I do that, when I have a case they need to drop, they listen to me. And if they don't agree, we go to trial. And I've only ever lost once, so I think I'm pretty good at gauging. But people need to feel like you did something specific for them to trust you. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to see more cool stories. Write your impressions in the comments. See you soon.